Air travel executives will face a Senate inquiry hearing today over proposed fines aiming to crack down on flight cancellation and delays at Australia's busiest airport. The federal government wants airlines to pay up to $20,000 for misusing their runway access in a practice known as slot hoarding. But major companies are pushing back. Let's bring in Flight Centre CEO Graham Turner, who is joining us live in Brisbane. Tell us what the airlines are actually doing.
Good morning, Nat. Look, basically, the slots are governed by a body which includes Qantas, Virgin and the airports, who determine what slots, particularly in Sydney, because they're quite difficult to get hold of, and particularly in the mornings. Generally, the airlines have been putting these slots into place and then not necessarily using them all. So this has been a problem for some time. It's a situation set up some time ago, of course, and I think the governments think it's probably not fit for use at the moment, and that's why they're changing.
Okay, so how do they tell whether there really is a weather event or a technical hitch, and that's the real reason why the plane's cancelled, or whether they're just pretending?
Look, that's a good point, and I think it's one of the things that will have to be looked at very carefully. At the moment, airlines like Virgin and Qantas, as long as they operate the slots 80% of the time, the slots that they have allocated, they can keep the slots. And I think one of the things they could do is put that up to, say, 95% of the time, or they lose them. But also, obviously, weather events should not be counted in that. I think Sydney's had a serious wind problem over the last couple of days, just as an example.
Okay, so what does this all mean for prices, for our ticket prices?
Look, particularly into Sydney, it's the busiest airport in Australia by a long shot, and particularly for international flights, I think every slot that's available needs to be available to be used, or at least 95% of them. And that will bring in more competition, and it will make sure that international airfares at least remain competitive. As you know, we only really have two major domestic carriers, and the competition there, it would be good if it was better, but we've seen airlines come and go, third airlines, so I'm not sure that's going to happen quickly.
Okay, thank you, Graham.